Today's flash video that I've prepared in a few minutes is about the opening of Berlin's Brandenburg Airport. This airport has finally opened over 10 years late. There have been multiple opening times scheduled over the past 2 years, and they've kept on being delayed. Apparently some of the shops still had to pay rent, and lots of LED screens in the terminals had to be replaced, and lights as well, since they had no way of turning them off, and they were at the end of their service use. They had some major issues with the airport which caused a delay, mainly the fire system not working, and because they had a fire that happened at another Berlin airport beforehand, they wanted to make sure it was working correctly, but smoke detectors weren't working, and also the vents and the sprinkler system wasn't. Berlin Airport had proposed a plan to employ over 200 low-paid workers to be fire spotters and just go around looking for fires, but that wasn't feasible. And also there was something with the roof collapsing, and potentially they needed to restructure the whole airport. So at this time we're not exactly sure. I assume they've checked the airport fully, but sometimes they may take shortcuts to try and get it out because it's delayed for so long, so hopefully it is up to standard. Also, they've had to expand the airport a lot over the years since passenger expectations for capacity has gone up. So here's what happened. In 1991, planning started for it. In 1996, three shareholders, Berlin, the state of Brandenburg, and the federal government decided to meet the regional demand. The builder of the airport apparently has been planning it since 1985. They needed a new airport that was kind of out of the city a little bit, so the German capital could grow. But they were worried that the airport was too close to the city and wouldn't be expandable. In 1994, regional planning procedure already flagged the risk, concluding that the area was unsuitable for the Plan 2 runways and the annual passenger volume of 30 million people. It recommended the locations of Sperenberg and Jüterbog West and Ost, all located in the south of Brandenburg, but not bordering the capital. So you had a few things that happened through that time stage. And then the airport was scheduled to open in 2010. They actually only pushed the date back a few days, as far as I'm aware, prior to the opening. Shops were ready to be opening. The public was ready, the news were ready to provide coverage, airlines were ready to transfer their aircraft. A Lufthansa A380 was meant to be the first aircraft to go across there. Now most of them are already in graveyards and stuff like that. It pushed back from October 2011 to the 3rd of June 2012. That was delayed again. The fire protection system was infamously nicknamed Monster and does not operate due to a lack of functionality. Also, the Brandenburg State Court of Audit revealed that the aircraft was only about 55% completed at the time. Lawsuits against the airport started being filed in by local citizens around the area after the routes of the aircraft were revealed to the public and residents were unhappy with the aircraft noise and polluting emissions near their house. The Federal Administrative Court, though, already ruled 6 years earlier that no flight could take off or land between midnight and 5 a.m. This would make flights to certain parts of the world not too feasible, since some of them have connecting flights, like Etihad has the kind of all planes arrive at one time and then take off at another time to connect. A airport planner also said at that time, in a little bit of exaggeration, a stick of dynamite would provide more order than trying to clean it up. The opening date was then scheduled for March in 2013, then pushed back to October. Then it was scheduled for spring 2014, then between June and December 2017, then the second half of 2018, and then after it got pushed back to October 2020. So it opened on the 31st of October. I actually just heard about this news now. It opened during the worst time, during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I don't know, you would have thought that they would push it back now even more, since it's kind of unnecessary, but I suppose during the time when it's not busy they could transport all the other aircraft across, and if they needed more space to store aircraft on the ground and taxiways, that would provide more space. Many taxpayers were disappointed since it cost 7 billion euros, a lot over the expected 2 billion euros at the start. An airport official has said they don't expect any profits until 2025, and that makes sense since it will take a few years for the pandemic to clear up. Anyways, that's the end of today's flash video. Sorry that the quality wasn't that great. I just kind of made it quickly, and I'm trying to get it out as soon as I can. And I've got another upload planned for later today. It'll be well appreciated if you like, subscribe, comment, share if you haven't already. Stay safe and have a great day. Bye, guys.